Hi guys, today I will show you an interesting game between Grandmaster Zhao XinXin and ChunLin. This game has been played during the Huashuan Cup National Xiangqi League A in 2008. The opening chosen by the two players is the BO7. Here we see an image of Grandmaster Zhao XinXin, and this is Wang Chuanlin. With this game, we will talk about tempos during the opening. Moving a piece multiple times in the opening is usually not recommended because it delays the development of the other pieces and can waste precious time. This is even more true if the piece moved repeatedly is a pawn. We saw an example of this in the last video in the game between ChatGPT and Ernie. In this game between Grandmaster Zhao XinXin and Wang Chuanlin, Zhao XinXin shows us that this rule can be violated. Let's see the game. We will not comment too much the opening phase because it's just a normal opening without any mistake. Okay, with this move, Black tries to limit the moves of these of the opponent rook. Let's keep on. And here is the interesting uh, phase of the game. Zhao Xinxin already moved the pawn one, two, and three times, and now he needs to decide whether to move again the pawn and try to save it because it's a post pass pawn and so it's very important, or uh, develop the other pieces because all uh, these two pieces are not have not been developed yet. In a game played in 1974 between Zhao Qingge and Grandmaster Su Tianli, Zhao Qingge decided to abandon the passed pawn to make room for his own rook. And so, after this attack to the passed pawn, he decided to abandon the pawn and move the cannon in order to develop his rook. But here, Grandmaster Zhao Xinxin decided to save the pawn, violating the general rule that tells you that it's better not to move multiple times a piece during the opening and develop instead the other pieces. And so he moves this. He saves the passed pawn, attacking contestantly the opponent cannon. This move, we can see that uh, Pickerfish consider black a little bit better, maybe because of these two undeveloped pieces. Let's keep on. And now a little bit tricky move. Usually the beginners catches this cannon and loses the rook. Of course, this is not the case, and so Zhao Xinxin correctly uh, doesn't take the offending cannon. But we can also see that, according to Pikafish, Black now has a little bit more advantage. Let's keep on. There's an exchange of the rooks. Now Black Cannon escaped from the pawn threat. Um, Red, of course, develops his horse, attacking the central cannon. And of course, Black retreat his cannon. But as you can see, these two pieces are still undeveloped. And in also this rook is not has not been developed. But anyway, the development of black pieces is bigger. Let's keep on. Um, Red seems to try to exchange the cannons. Black accepts the exchange of the cannons. And now another exchange of pieces. After this exchange, the game is considered almost equal. Red has an important passed pawn, but still has two undeveloped pieces, while black has only one undeveloped piece. And there's also a problem for red to develop the horse here because this point is attacked by the black horse. Let's keep on. Black develops the last piece undeveloped. And now an interesting position. Again, red has two pieces undeveloped, but it has also an important passed pawn and the horse in the manger. Here the horse is very important, is a very strong position, and this horse is protected by the pawn. Okay, let's keep on. Of course, the black king, needs to move in the center of the palace. Now, a very interesting plan from Red. Red develops his horse, and now this is a very interesting move. With this move, Red decides to abandon his horse because abandoning his horse, he tries to give a strong attack. These two uh, these two squares are mm, controlled by the red horse, and so this is a very very strong attack, and could be a very strong attack with the pawn that can also be very uh, very dangerous. So let's keep on. Um, Black decides to accept the opponent horse, and this is a correct move. But even with one horse less, Kikafish consider this position equal. So let's keep on. Red continues with this plan to attack this column, and now the very very terrible blunder. With this move, with this blunder, Black doesn't understand how risky is his position. Why is it a blunder, this move? And what should have played instead, Black? Pause the video and think about it. Okay, uh, first of all, I will tell you why this is a blunder. Uh, for example, if black moves instead of here, moves here, okay, uh, white has a checkmate in two moves. Check, and of course, if the king takes the pawn, there's a checkmate. Okay, but even king doesn't take this pawn and moves here, there's again a checkmate in one. Okay, so of course here the king cannot move. Here, if he moves here, it gets a checkmate in two moves. And so instead of moving this, that seems the only solution for black, it should have moved this. And after uh, red takes the horse, now it cannot go here and give a checkmate because black now the king can go here and the pawn cannot go here to do checkmate because the rook is not anymore here and so it cannot do the checkmate here. But there's this pawn that uh, doesn't allow the rect rook to give a checkmate. Okay, so black plays this blunder, and now mm, red can win in a few moves. I will show you. So this is the winning move. A terrible, incredible, very strong move. Let's see why. Okay, sorry. Of course, king only can go here. And now there's another checkmate threat here. So king has to move it back again. And now the pawn goes to a very strategic point for the attack. Black is forced to give back his horse with this check because he needs to get rid of this red pawn here. Of course, red catches the horse, black catches the dangerous pawn. Now again, check, check. Very, very strong, very funny place to give check for the horse. Black blocks the horse knee, but now there's another checkmate threat here. And so black needs to give space to his king. Check. The king escapes here. And now this is the other winning move. Again, a very strong move. Oh, a very, very strong move. And so Lex chooses to save his horse. Uh, and now check again. Check, 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 check. And this is not a check, sorry. But this is another winning move. Why is it a winning move? Think about it. Before telling you why this is a winning move, uh, let's say that after this move, black resigns, and so uh, red wins, and the game is over. But why this is a winning move? Because now red threatens this and this move. So the king controls the center, so the black king cannot go to the center. And with this move, there's a double check, and so king cannot go here. Um, let's say if red horse should would be still here after this move, uh, uh, red black king could go here, and after this, there's no anymore the double check to king, and so black can save himself with this move. I hope it's clear. I tried to explain you as better as I know or as I can. While having the uh, red knight here, this is not possible. So now black resigns. The only possible move for red here, for black here, should be give uh, abandon his rook, but even in this case would be a lost endgame. Hope this game could be instructive to you and interesting. And so let's see you again next time. Game over for today. Goodbye.